Ohai. Satu Mare, the city in Romania, the center of the Județ of the same name. Etymology. The Hungarian name of the city, Satmar, comes from the Hungarian name Zotmar. It is specified in the historical composition of Gesta Hungarum that in the 10th century on the place of modern Satu Mare there was a settlement under the name Castrum Zotmar. The name of the city is translated from Romanian as the big village. Till 1925 I carried the name Satmar. Since 1925 Satu Mare officially is called. Geography. The city is located in the northwest of the country, on the Somes River. In 13 came from border with Hungary and in 27 came from border with Ukraine. The climate is continental, characterized in the hot summer and cold winters. As the city is located in the north of the country, in the winter here is much colder than on average in the country. Average annual temperature in the city is 9.7 C. An absolute maximum plus 39.4 C. The absolute minimum 30.4 C. Was recorded on December 24, 1961 on August 16, 1952. Economy. Satu Mare is the important transport hub. In the city, production of the mountain and transport equipment, gas stoves, the textile, tanning, furniture industry is developed. History. Archaeological excavations demonstrate that the first human settlements in these places existed during era of a Stone and Bronze Age. Also there were settlements such as, according to chronicles of Gesta Hungarum, on the place of modern Satu Mare in the 10th century there was a strengthened fortress Castrum Zotmar. Since the 13th century of Satu Mare was the free royal city. At the time of government of family the bed boundary of the Somes River was changed for protection of the southern flank of fortress, therefore Satu Mare becomes the island connected to the main road 3 bridges through the river. In 1562 fortress was exposed to a siege of troops of the Ottoman Empire, and then the Habsburg monarchy, therefore it was destroyed. Is later under command of the Austrian general Lazzari Cendi according to plans of the Italian architect Ottavio Baldiger. Restoration of fortress, therefore it got a pentagonal form with 5 towers was carried up. In the Middle Ages of Satu Mare and Mintiu were 2 different cities divided by the Somes River. Subsequently during the period between 1712 and 1715 there was their association. Since 13th century, Satu Mare becomes the important craft center. From the second half of the 19th century in the city there is a construction of the industrial enterprises. Thanks to the favorable arrangement on crossing of important tradeways, the city becomes the important transport and railway junction. In 1871 the railway line which connected Satu Mare and Braun in 1872 Sighetu-Marmațian. In 1894 Baia was laid. After disintegration of Austria-Hungary on April 15, 1919 the city was occupied by the Romanian troops. According to the Trianon-Ski contract signed in 1920, Transylvania, including Satu Mare, I departed to Romania. My results of the Second Vienna arbitration which met revanchist requirements of Hortistski Hungary, Northern Transylvania, including Satu Mare. I became a part of the Hungarian territory again. In 1944 the city was occupied with the coming Soviet army. After 1945 the city was a part of Romania again. Jewish community. The first appearance of Jews in Transylvania is noted at the end of the 16th century. In 1623 the Prince of Transylvania Gabor Bethlen allowed the Turkish Sephardic Jews to lodge in Alba Iulia, the capital of Transylvania. At the beginning of the 17th century 2 Jews allowed to lodge in Satu, Mare. In 1715 after Satu, Mare became the royal city, they were expelled and again began to lodge here in the 1820th years. In 1841 some Jews got permission to permanent residence in Satu, Mare. In 1849 the first Jewish community was registered. In 1857 the synagogue is constructed. After a large number of Ashkenaz lodged in the city, in 1898 the Jewish community of the city was divided. In 1928 there was a conflict around elections of the new rabbi which was continuing 6 years and terminated in election of the anti-Zionist Yoel Teitelbaum, with whose name origin of Sidmarsky Hasidic Judaism, an influential current in Haredi Judaism, was connected later. After return of Satu, Mare to structure of Hungary the Jewish population underwent discrimination, and then dispatch in a ghetto and concentration camps. In total more than 18,000 Jews were sent from Satu, Mare, Kari and nearby settlements. From them 14440 people were killed. The few from the remained Jews after the end of war returned to the city. Subsequently many of them emigrated to Israel. In 2004 in the courtyard of a synagogue on Dechbel Street the Holocaust Memorial was open. Administrative Division. The mayor is chosen for 4 years. Since 2012 primary Satu mayoral Koika elected on local elections is. The legislature is carried out by the local council consisting of 23 deputies. In the administrative relation the city is divided into 12 areas, one of which, Setmeral, is the village subordinated to the city. The city is also the center of Shudits of Satu, Mare. The prefecture and council of Shudits is located here. As well as other councils, county council are elected for 4 years. The prefect of Shudits is appointed by the government. Transport. The city is the important transport hub, has automobile, railway and air traffic with the large cities of Romania and Europe, being located near border. Through the city there pass important European routes. In 2008 in the city 82,000 cars were registered. The railway station of Satu, Mare is located in 2 km to the north from the downtown. From there pass several railway lines. The international airport of Satu, Mare located in 13 km to the south from the city works. Population. As of 2011, 94948 people lived in the city. That it is less in comparison with results of a census of 2002. The national structure of the city in 2011 looked as follows. Romanians minus 55904. 58. 9%. Hungarians minus 35723. 37.6%. Roma minus 1278. 1.3%. Germans minus 1002. 1.1%. Ukrainians minus 164. 0.2%. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.